I loved Real Women Have Curves, the musical, so much. It may just be my favorite show of the season, but I don't know yet. Some recency bias is going on, but it was really good. I think if you like coming of age musicals like Freaky Friday or Bring It On or one of the other shows that I have listed here, I think you're really going to enjoy this musical. Plus, this show differentiates from some of the other ones that I listed because a lot of what the show focuses on is immigration, especially in the 1980s, although it's very relevant even still today. The show takes place 1 year after President Reagan signed the Immigration Reform and Control Act of 1986, which introduced civil and criminal penalties to employers who knowingly hired undocumented workers. Now, there was also an amnesty program that was included in this, which offered legalization for undocumented immigrants. And a lot of the characters that work in the factory that we follow during the show are deciding if they want to apply to the amnesty program. After seeing the musical and loving it so much, I decided that I wanted to go ahead and watch the movie before filming my review. And I was surprised to discover that the storyline on immigration was actually not included in the movie, but I do believe that it appears in the play. I should state I have not read the play. I'm just going off of what I've read in summary, so I could be wrong about this. Let me know in the comments. I think they wanted to focus more on the coming of age story of the main character, Ana. I actually did have a problem with the character of Ana Garcia in the musical. Although Tatianna Córdoba does a fantastic job in the role. She's a great leading lady. I'm so happy that this is her Broadway debut. It's just that the character of Ana here is too perfect. She's a great student. She is accepted to Columbia with a full scholarship without her family knowing, which means without their support or help. And she is balancing her work at her sister's factory with her summer internship. She's doing a lot. And that is a major departure from the character in the film who comes across as a more contrarious character and a bit more detached. Having Ana being this perfect of a character in the musical makes it less understandable why her mother, Carmen, is on top of her so much. Like Carmen Garcia in the musical, to me, just came across as disrespectful to her daughter and extremely rude. I think in the film, this made more sense because the character of Ana there did have those character flaws that caused a lot of tension between her and her mother. But because the character in the musical is so perfect, Carmen just comes across as a lot more unreasonable and cruel at points. I did not like hearing her say some of the things that she says about Ana, especially because Ana is so nice. I wanted to sit with the musical version of Carmen and be like, your daughter is amazing. You don't need to be this tough on her. But I was very excited to see Justina Machado on stage. I'm a big fan of her, and my audience erupted when she made her entrance. So that was a lot of fun. And she plays the role very well. I just think that the changes to Ana affect her role in such a negative way. Although I do think that musical Ana is more similar to the character as written in the play, but a very important thing that play Ana and film Ana share in common is that they both start out the story ashamed of working in the factory. And I think that that element was missing from Ana in the musical. I felt that there was less room for this character to grow, especially with how the show ends. I think there would have been a better payoff if we got to see this character feel more ashamed at the beginning. My favorite character out of the Garcia family is Estela, who is Carmen's other daughter and Ana's sister. She is played by Florencia Cuenca, who does a fantastic job here as well. I really like the storyline they gave her in the musical of trying to achieve her dreams despite the obstacles she faces as someone who is unable to apply for the amnesty program. She doesn't meet all of the requirements. My other favorite character is Henry, played by Mason Reeves. He is Ana's love interest, and he is so adorable. They're adorable together. I really loved Henry and Ana's relationship. They had a lot of very cute and fun moments that I think really played into the coming of age aspect of this musical. Here is a view from my seat. I had a good view. I did miss a couple of minor things on the stage left side. Nothing too bad. This was not a ticket that was labeled as partial view. My legroom was okay. Like my toes hit against the chair in front of me, but my knees were not blocked. So that made it a little bit more comfortable. However, the man who was sitting in front of me, his head sometimes banged into my knees when he was reacting to something on stage. So, that's not comfortable. I was seated in the balcony, and at times I did feel like I was watching the show from a bird's eye view perspective, like I was on top of the actors rather than watching them from a distance. It didn't really bother me, but it's definitely not my preferred viewing angle. I think if I were given the opportunity to pick my ticket again, I would have splurged on a seat from a better vantage point. I think it would have been worth it for me. So, should you see Real Women Have Curves before it closes? Go. Especially if you liked any of the shows that I listed before. I think that Real Women Have Curves has a very similar pace and tone to those musicals. It's fun and timely, and it has a lot of really catchy songs by Joy Huerta and Benjamin Velez. They did a phenomenal job coming up with the music for the show, and if you're still hesitant to grab a ticket, you can listen to a few of the songs on Spotify performed by Joy and others. I don't believe that they have any of the music performed by the original cast yet, but you'll get a good taste of how the show sounds just by listening to some of the already released songs. Those are my thoughts on Real Women Have Curves, the musical, now playing at the James Earl Jones Theater. I would love to read your thoughts in the comment section. I would also really appreciate it if you gave this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to check out some of my other reviews and theater-related content on my channel. Thank you for watching, and remember to stay off your phone while at the theater.